Hi everyone. Inspired by a couple of conversations I've had with some runners recently and also my own training journey over the last few years, I thought I'd post a bit about not having goals in mind when you do your running training. I think as runners we're often guilty, aren't we, about chasing the bling, the medals, the events, the distances. Certainly I would say 95+% of the inquiries I get through from new runners wanting to work with me are to do with a particular event or distance or time, etc. And don't get me wrong, races are fantastic goals, aren't they? They're amazing achievements to work towards. They're really motivating. They can be such fantastic events. I spoke earlier today, a runner of mine who did a Rome marathon a couple of weeks ago, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful race experience in a fantastic city. So, those kind of races can bring us amazing things on the day and are wonderful to work towards. But I think sometimes it's important to, just maybe have a period of no goals in particular, or maybe a goal that's quite far off that you're not having to think about too hard, because actually I think there's a great deal of enjoyment and also mental and physical health benefits to be had from just, going out and doing each run as it comes. Sometimes running more if you feel like it, sometimes running less if you don't. I certainly have had, a couple of health bits and bobs going on over the last couple of years, and the only thing I can guarantee really is that my body's going to be a little bit unpredictable and I'm not going to be able to stick to a long and set in stone plan. As quite a goal-driven person, I find, setting goals and then unfortunately not being able to do them for circumstances outside of my control really more frustrating than it is motivating. So for me and, other similar people for lots of similar life or health reasons, just focusing on the day, the week or the month that we're in and what they can do that is going to be good for them mentally, physically, and is going to get them out the door and is going to be the right level of challenge for them is great. And I think certainly for me with that over time, it certainly wasn't the mindset I came to straight away, is the fact that it does bring more enjoyment to different forms of aerobic exercise, just the sort of the joy and the pleasure about being able to get outdoors and do something in different weathers on different days. And it's also brought me a newfound appreciation for my strength training. So something I've always done. I kind of had to, persuade myself into it sometimes to do alongside when I was doing more formal running training, because I knew the benefits of injury reduction and pace. But now I'm maybe less sort of focused on the aerobic elements of my training. I've really started to enjoy the strength work for its own existence and its own benefits. I get really sort of in the moment with my strength training sessions, which has been fantastically beneficial mentally and physically. So just to say, I guess, that, running for running's sake or doing any sort of balance of different activities, aerobic and strength across the week, kind of for its own sake and its own sort of in the moment, in the session enjoyment and that kind of habit is wonderful. We can still get a lot of the benefits of running, including community, maybe popping down to park run every now and again, saying a cheery hello to other runners when you see them out and about, without necessarily signing up to races, but I do get the motivational factor of races too. Anyway, just to say, each to their own. And if at some points in your running journey you decide that those sort of races are not for you, then that is all fine, isn't it, really?